So yeah, so talk to me about your remodel. What you guys want to do over there? Dual masters. Yeah. So it's a full interior reno, it sounds like, and you're looking to do, you know, reconfigure the layout, right?
As I would say, you know, it was the ideal that it felt.
I'll handle everything from meeting with you guys, you know, bringing in a design team, architect, engineer, structural stuff, right? And I'll take it all the way through the city. Correct. Yeah, we're a full service design build team. Or hey, yeah, that seems right in line with what we're doing right now. Current market value is this, that type of thing. So you don't have to decide right now. That's reasonable. Yeah. Okay, let me look at my calendar. And you say mornings are best? Okay, so today we are gonna go through and look at all the jobs, take a look and see how the progress is going. I just got off the phone with a new lead. Sounds promising, Newport Beach. Well, you know, we'll meet with them and see what they want to do and see if we can help them out. So yeah, now we just stopped at one of our jobs, basically a major deck reconstruction and redo. They had a bunch of dry rot and water damage. The decks were leaking from the previous contractor. So they called us in to kind of help out and see if we could fix everything. And we're just about wrapped up and take a look and see how everything's going, so. So see the wrought iron, the red wrought iron. We had to do a rail extension to meet current code compliant. When the house was built, the code was different. And so now that we had to do the repairs on the deck, they required us to bring the railing up to code. So these decks have been completely resurfaced and retextured to ensure no leaking. Hi! New posts, this got all redone, new beams. But the deck leak came from up above. That upper deck here was leaking and it rotted out all the framing on that deck, and it was completely unsafe for people to walk on. So we basically had to tear all that out, reframe it, re-waterproof it, re-flash it, start putting everything back. So, turned out nice. So this is the tile that the owners have picked out to lay on top of the deck. Has some texture in it. So that's gonna be cool. We're gonna install that on top of the decking surface on both areas. That's the next step in the process. We're almost wrapped up here. This was a big headache for the homeowner, but they're happy now. So turned out good. On to the next job. Yeah, so this house right here we built probably, gosh, it's been probably 15 or 20 years, but the deal with this house right here is the foundation had kind of slipped down a little bit. Basically, we had to go down and kind of temporarily shore up the existing slab and foundation, dig down. I think we went down like 8 to 10 feet and then actually jack up the house back to where it needed to be and then reinforce it with rebar and then fill it with concrete. So I'll never forget that one. That was a big project, but hey, it turned out great and clients were happy. And so we're gonna take a slight detour and just check the surf real quick. So yeah, this beach is called T Street. I am not by any stretch of the imagination a very good surfer, but I do enjoy it. So, the water's super warm right now. So in the summertime, this place is packed, you know, but all the kids are back to school now. So there's the San Clemente Pier. See that, that's cool. That was a little detour. Now we're going to Granada job. See if anybody needs anything and check on the progress. You're so funny. You're funny today. All right, in we go. It says do not use stairs until Tuesday, wet stain. Okay, so can I go up there and take a look?
Just touch it.
Yeah, it's raw wood.
Yeah.
Dude, these stairs look epic, man. Check this out. So these stairs, if you remember before, there was a wall, but there was a wall here, and we were talking about this framing and opening this up, right? Talking about leaving this and incorporating this in the design. So, well, now we've got the framing torn out and the access is open, so we're ready to kind of start doing a cabinet fabrication, etc. But more importantly, look at how rad these stairs are. This is all custom millwork here. These are custom treads and custom threads. And yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful. So we're gonna get iron railing to mount on top after it gets finished, right, and stained, but beautiful, beautiful wood. Yeah, sanded and ready for stain application. I love how this turned out. Very nice. Let's go upstairs. Now we're going into the bathroom. first guest bath. You can see we have started a traditional lath and brown scratch coat shower application method versus they use what they call hardy backer or hardy board installation, where you actually screw prefabricated cement boards to the framing. It's a little more cost effective to do that. However, there's variables that don't allow it to be, what you would consider like a custom, high-end shower. So we, in all of our showers, do what we call a traditional lath, scratch, and brown application. It's kind of like stucco, getting the walls perfectly plumb, perfectly level, and then applying your tile to it. So it's now set up and ready for tile applications. So this bathroom's moving along just right. Hi guys.
Hey, how are you?
I was just driving by. Did you play baseball? You did?
Did you?
What?
Shortstop.
You were shortstop.
Catcher. Primary.
I was a catcher. So now we're gonna head over to our other remodel in San Clemente, our little condo remodel that we started a little while ago. I would like nothing more than to help you and do a favor, yeah. So we did a repipe here, repipe on the house and put new PEX water lines throughout the whole entire residence. Part of that process involves disconnecting the underground or under slab water copper lines. And the reason why we do that is because the copper lines underneath the slab have a tendency over time, given the corrosive nature of the soil here, they vibrate and they'll actually create what we call pinhole leaks. And they'll sprout a leak inside the residence and creates a big water problem and mess. Part of this remodel, part of what we did was to do what we call a repipe. And that's basically isolating the underground water lines that are feeding the house. We kind of cap them where they come into the house from the street and then run everything up and overhead using a material called PEX, which I'm sure you've probably heard of before. But you can see part of that process. Here's the water main coming from the street into here. And we started our repipe system basically right here. So we did a new hose bib with a new shut off. And you can see stucco patching around. Hello!
Hi.
Hey!
How are you?
So here we are at the Fireplace, guys. We connected with the homeowners. We came up with a really cool design that they are okay with. You can see we kind of dropped down a little soffit on each side, a little drop ceiling, built up the floor a little bit, and then we framed out the majority of the fireplace itself. These are aluminum or metal studs. They can receive the heat transfer and not be a fire hazard. Got all of our wires roughed in for our TV, those new picture frame TVs. What are those TVs called, Matt? They're called the frame. A box here is so that main part of the TV can be recessed in. Any questions for me, Matt?
I'm good to go.
Okay. You're always good to go. Here we're gonna cut in some lights. You can see the guys wrote on the floor here. That basically means wall sconce. That's identification for electrician. That's the general location there, wall sconce. And then we got another one right here, pointed in that direction. So we're gonna put another wall sconce there. And then we got our overhead recessed lights, which we're gonna put there. So as we come on into the master, last time we were here, we had old cabinetry. All the plumbing's been rerouted, you can tell. These are the PEX water lines that we talked about. You can kind of see them, but they're basically plastic, high quality plastic. All the feeds are coming from overhead as opposed to in the past, run the water lines underneath the slab and into the house and then go, which creates water leaks. So you can see here, we capped everything, but this is a good example of how the feeds were coming up from underneath the ground. You can see the water lines here and here. We cut them. And then we filled them with foam so that, we don't have a problem with anything in the future, just to be safe. And we routed everything so you could see. New water there. Shower in great shape. Traditional scratch and brown. This application has to cure in between days just to make sure that the mud, the cement has a tendency to grab onto that lath. Lath is this wire mesh material that you apply over the building paper, the waterproofing. And so the cement or the mud attaches to the lath and creates like a woven structural enhancement to make sure that it doesn't come off the wall. So we're doing good. Very happy that the house got repiped. I mean, that is one of the best things. Given the age of the structure, it's really one of the best things you could do for your house, just to kind of prevent problems from happening in the future. This house is going to eventually, right now it's laid with engineered hardwood, glue down hardwood flooring, which is relatively expensive. A slab leak or a water leak would have caused a big problem for these guys because they would have had to not only remove the floor, but repair the leak and then patch the floor back in, which costs money. So now we're leaving, and I just noticed, or one little piece of information, a lot of times I have clients that will call me and we'll be walking a job or something and say, hey, just out of curiosity, what are these things sticking out of the wall here? You see there's one here and there's one here. These are called cleanouts, and they're plumbing cleanouts. Basically what it is on the other side of the wall, there's a drain for either your washer and dryer, kitchen sink, bathroom sink, you name it. But basically what these allow is they allow the plumber, in the event that there's a clog or a backup in water, we can take these off, and then instead of having to scope the drain line from the street or from the back of the house, we can isolate and run a camera down or a roto-rooter. These are awesome cleanouts on larger residences, because you have plumbing in different areas of the house. And so to be able to isolate and not have to uproot, the whole system and just kind of target one area, that's what these are good for. So cleanouts, that's what I tell clients. What are those on the side of the house or in the condo? Those are called cleanouts. Looking really, really good. All right. Yeah, we're gonna check in and see how the team's doing over there. I think they're working on shower tile installation, which is kind of cool. It'll be fun to see how that's going. I believe we did a complete repipe of that residence as well, given the age of the house. See how everybody's doing. I like to walk around a little. Hey, amigo. This is not your nombre. No. Hey, this check is for this guy.
Oh, thank you.
This is Richard.
How's it going, guys?
Wow. Unbelievable. You are damn good, and you know it. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about this for a minute. I'm not going to walk on Richard's stuff because he's right in the middle of working, but I want to show you the attention to detail on this. Look at how he set it up. We started with one of those full circle penny tiles. They call those a penny tile. All the way up, and look, full circle. Okay? So that, guys, is very challenging to do. It's not easy. It takes a true craftsman and perfectionist to make that happen. And that's the definition of high-end tile job right there. So many things can go wrong before you get to that point. Same thing with your pants. Look at all these beautiful little penny tiles. So you got this, basically a half of a penny here. And you look over here, it's the exact same margin. Yeah, beautiful. Same thing here, full penny, full penny. Drain center, I mean, come on. It doesn't get any better than that.
We're killing it, dude.
Yeah, thank you. Martine, what happened? You grew, you're getting so much taller. Martine is having a growth spurt. Yeah. How are you? Good to see you. They're applying a very thin layer of mud, or drywall mud, on top of the existing ceiling to create a different finish and texture on it. Very labor intensive, but when it's done, it's gonna be absolutely gorgeous. So you can see here, guys, this ceiling's been retextured. It's a very light skip trowel, they call this. Love this music. That's working music right there. And then this is the beautiful backyard. This is the golf course. One of the golf courses we have in town here. So it's kind of a high desired area, really close to the ocean, but there's a nice, beautiful golf course right here too. So all this grass got torn out. Before it was just littered with, grass that was basically dead. There was tons of bamboo in that back corner there, just completely overgrown. This whole backyard is gonna look totally different when we're all done too, so that's part of it. Yeah, it's turning out good. Every day, little bits of progress, working as a team. And there's Martine again. And then in here, so Richard, again, this niche and shower has been completely grouted. It's ready to go. Essentially, we just need to put the shower valves and the fixtures on, and you start taking a shower in here. But if you notice, look at, with the grout, you got the circle, the penny tile, full penny tile, all the way down to a full penny tile. Completely perfect. This material right here, this edge detail right here, is called Schluter material. It's kind of a hard word to say, but Schluter. And it comes in metal and it comes in plastic. What it is basically a way to finish and return the tile without having to do like what they call a pencil tile or a trim piece. It's just kind of a more modern, updated application to finishing out these spaces. Schluter is the name of the material, Schluter. Yeah, it's cool because it allows us to make a nice 90 return, gives it some accent, some character, right? With the black, we've got black finishes, faucet fixtures, black. So it kind of brings everything in, all the different accents and details together.
We reused this existing tub, and you would never know the difference when we're done with it. Very happy with the progress. Can't do this, guys, without an A team. We're so grateful for the team we have. I mean, really, all these guys are awesome. All right, that's for Carol. Let's go find Martine. All right, boys, we're out of here. Hey, Richard, thank you. Thank you both. I'll work on the more hours in the day.
Yeah, so we checked in on, let's see, 3 or 4 jobs today. Everything's moving along really, really well. Really happy with the progress and the effort that the teams are putting forth. The quality is just like we expect. So we'll head back to the office here, regroup and finish out the day, kind of get ready for tomorrow. So we got one good lead today, came in really positive. It'll be fun to meet with them next week. And yeah, another great day and look forward to the next one.